Candela, hypnotherapist, transformation coach, and a spiritual teacher. You're about to listen to a recording of one of my regression sessions. If you enjoyed the content on my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you click on the bell, it will inform you of any of my future postings. Also, leave a comment and click like, because that helps to bring this kind of content to more viewers. I hope you enjoy the recording, and I hope to see you again in my future videos. And I'd like you to tell me the very first thing that you see, or the very first impressions that you get as you reach the surface.
Like I'm back where I was, in the woods.
What do you see around you?
Trees, dirt path. Animal tracks. I can't tell if there's people tracks.
So I'd like you to look down at your feet and tell me what you're wearing on your feet.
Brown boots.
And as you shift your focus to the rest of your body, what are you wearing on your body?
Boots.
You mentioned before that there was some water nearby.
There's a creek.
Go to that creek and you will see a reflection. Tell me if you're in a male or female body.
I feel male, but I can't see me. Curly hair. Dark, but I can't see my face.
Are you young or old?
I don't feel neither.
Do you feel healthy?
Yes.
Okay. So become aware of why you are in the woods at this point.
Looking for something.
What are you looking for?
Seems weird if I'm looking for trees. I feel like I have an axe. I don't feel like I want to cut a tree, but I have to.
Why do you have to?
Building something.
What are you building?
Home.
Who are you building a home for?
For me.
Are you building a home inside the woods or outside?
In the woods.
Is anyone going to live there with you?
I don't know.
So go ahead and move to the time when you find what you're looking for and tell me what happens.
I cut the tree. I move it to a pile. More trees.
Are you working by yourself or is anybody helping you?
By myself.
Become aware of why you're building this house all by yourself and in the woods.
It's where I need to be.
Why do you need to be here?
It's where I live.
Do you have family or any relatives?
Not that I see.
Do you have any connection with any community?
I'm not sure I want to.
Why is that?
It's It's just me.
So we're going to freeze this moment. And I want you to rewind the time and go back to the time when you were still living with your own family or part of a community. So just on the count of 3, you'll find yourself there. 1, 2, and 3. And tell me what you're experiencing.
My body feels tingly. I feel very small. I must be a child.
So just expand your awareness to things around you and tell me what comes to your attention.
There are other children. I'm younger. I don't see parents.
Who are these children?
I feel like they're related to me, like they're siblings, but I don't know.
What else do you notice around you?
We're in a house or a small space.
Describe the space.
It feels warm and a little crowded. There's no flooring. It's just small and warm.
Is it warm because of the heat source in the house, or is it just a warm climate?
There's a fire. Kind of like a fireplace, but not how I know fireplace.
How old are you at this point?
I think I'm just a baby. I'm not walking. I'm sitting there, but I can't see myself.
What are the other children doing?
They're just there. I don't know how many, they're just there.
And as the time goes by, while you're still staying within the same family or the same community, move to the next significant event and tell me what happens.
I can't say anything.
What are you experiencing?
Just tingling.
Okay, where is it tingling?
My arms and my shoulders.
Just begin to become aware of what those sensations are bringing your attention to.
They're tired. My arms are tired.
And become aware how old you are at this point.
7, 8. A little boy. My arms are tired.
Where are you?
In the woods.
Why are you in the woods?
I don't know.
Is there anyone with you?
No.
How did you get into the woods?
I don't know.
So we're going to rewind again. Go to the day when something happened that brought you into the woods. 1, 2, and 3. It will begin to make sense to you now. Tell me what happened.
There's just nobody there. Quiet.
Are you still in the same home?
I think so. I'm outside. I feel like they just left.
Where did they go?
I don't know.
And where were you when they left?
In the woods.
Why were you in the woods?
Just by myself. I don't know why.
So we're going to rewind a little bit back again to the moment when you were heading for the woods and they were still there. And as you travel to that time, tell me how things unfold.
I'm looking for something.
Tell me what you're looking for.
I want to go to the water.
Why are you looking for the water?
I think I just want to see it.
Have you been there before?
Yes. just runs through it. A creek or a stream. I went there on my own.
Do you tell anyone that you leave?
Well, not that I see.
And how much time do you spend there?
A long time.
See yourself coming back and describe to me what happens.
There's no one there.
As you go through the house, through the surrounding areas, do you find anything that draws your attention?
There's no fire. No one's there. Nothing's there.
Do you have any sense or any knowledge of them planning to leave?
No.
So how do you feel as you find yourself there alone?
Confused.
And what do you decide to do then?
I don't know.
Do you know any other people around?
There's no people.
So tell me who lived in this house, other than you and other children.
I don't know. What's so confusing? All I see are children.
So you don't get a sense of any adults?
No. It just feels like I know it has to be a house, but it's more like a room, and there was a fire and it was warm. There are other children.
So there is just one room?
Yes.
Is it above ground?
Above ground. I don't see any parents or any adults.
Again, go back in time to the time when you were in that room. And on the count of 3, you will see yourself having a meal, however you would usually have a meal. 1, 2, and 3. Describe to me what you see or experience.
Table with benches, eating out of a bowl. Reminds me of grits. I feel like there's other kids there, but I don't see them.
How was this meal served to you?
She is a woman in an apron. She's just a woman serving food.
Is she in the same room?
Yes.
Does she live there with you?
She would have to.
Become aware of what her relationship to you is, to you and the children.
She has to be our mother.
How do you feel about her?
Don't feel much at all. It's like she's just there.
Become aware of any connection you have to anyone there.
I don't feel a real connection with anybody. It's like I'm just there. It's very quiet.
Quiet even when you're eating a meal?
Yes.
Is it usually quiet?
Yes.
Why is it quiet?
No one's talking. They were not supposed to.
Why are you not supposed to talk?
Just supposed to be quiet.
Why is that? You're in the woods. There's no one around.
Supposed to be quiet.
What would happen if you talk?
I don't know. No one talks.
Do you never talk at all? Or is it just that you're supposed to talk quietly?
I don't feel that anybody talks at all.
Are you able to talk?
I'm not sure if I talk. I talk in my head, but I don't see me talking in my mouth.
Do you communicate in any way?
I don't see me communicate with anybody. That's why I go to the woods. I'd rather be in the woods.
So let's go back now to the moment when you come back from the stream and you find the room empty. Become aware once again where they might be or what happened to them.
It just truly feels like they just left.
Gain clarity on where they went.
I don't know where they went. I don't know where they could go.
Was it the children and the woman?
Yes, they all left.
Were they aware when they left that you were not there?
Yes,
Did they leave on purpose?
I believe so.
Did they want to leave you there alone on purpose?
I don't think so. I don't know.
So now as I count to 3, you're going to move to the next significant moment in that life, or the next decision point in that life. 1, 2, and 3. And tell me what happens.
All I can see are the woods. I'm so confused. All I'm in is the noise in the woods. I feel like it's the same woods. It's the same place. Same creek.
Experience yourself traveling. You're going to go explore just to gain information and understanding. You will become aware how far the woods go. You will be able to find out if there are people or communities, perhaps outside of the woods. As the bigger picture comes together, you may even begin to understand the purpose for you being where you are.
My temples feel like there's a lot of pressure on each side.
Become aware of what that signifies.
Focusing, that's all I can focus on right now. I'm not focusing on the right things.
Okay. So let's have you focus on the right things. Now as I count to 3, you will be guided to the things that you need to focus on. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me what you notice now.
Seeing time. Not time like a clock. It's like it's ticking, but it's not a clock. The temples, it's like this pressure, this tingling on my temples. It's like I'm trying to figure it all out, and I shouldn't be trying to figure it out. Just let it go.
So I'm going to touch the center of your forehead. When you feel the touch, I'm going to take a deep breath in and begin to send that breath out through the touch. And with that breath, you will begin to let go. So breathe in. Now begin to flow that through that touch. Just releasing, letting go. As though the tightness begins to loosen, relax. And right through this point, releasing, letting go, breathing out. How are your temples feeling now?
Better.
Allow all of the higher sensations to go back and back and back to the time, perhaps that is the most appropriate, letting most appropriate, receive information that is on the count of 3. You will find yourself arrive and examine to that things can begin traveling together and exhale to stop. And 3. And tell me the first thing that comes to you.
I feel like I'm a little girl in a dress. My knees are dirty and my feet are dirty.
How old are you?
4 or 5.
And what are you doing at the moment?
Standing there.
Where are you standing?
Middle of a bunch of people. They just made a big circle around me.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
How do you feel standing in the middle of them?
Uncomfortable.
What about them makes you uncomfortable?
They're all staring at me.
What happened just before they surrounded you?
Sorry, it's in my temples again. I feel different. I'm not like everybody else, but I look normal. normal little girl.
What makes it different?
Trying to figure out. Everybody else seems to know. It's like they're all just around me staring at me. Like they know something's different. Something's wrong.
I'm going to ask one of them, what makes this little girl different to you? And one of them will answer, and you just repeat exactly what they say.
I think different. I don't know what that means.
You don't have to worry about understanding it. How does she think different? I'm asking the adults that are there.
They don't want to answer to me.
They will answer to me, to the voice, but they will speak through you. Whatever they say, you will repeat.
I did something I'm not supposed to, but I didn't know it was wrong. Still doesn't feel wrong, and I don't understand why it's different or why it's wrong.
So we're going to rewind to the point where you do something that catches everybody's attention, that feels strange to them, but feels right to you. And tell me the first impression that comes to you. What did you do?
The only thing I feel is that I made a friend. Almost like I talked to somebody or met somebody. I just made a friend.
Who did you make friends with?
All I can feel is that it's... My hands are all tingly now. Feels like a male presence, but it's not a man. It's like a male energy, but I don't feel like it's a man. Not like an adult. But it's not like a body. It's not like a person. It just feels like a man. I just feel like my fingers are so...
Does it seem like a positive presence?
Yes. I'm confused why I'm in trouble.
And it's all right. I'm just going to let you breathe a little bit and cool down. So just focus on this male presence and tell me how you became aware of it.
Just there.
Does it have physical form?
I don't see a physical form. I feel like there should be, but I don't see it.
So how do you make the connection?
It's always been there. Just there. I don't know why it's a problem. Why they didn't notice before. It's always been there. Why is it different now?
When you say I made friends with it, have you always been friends with it?
No.
So what is your interaction with it?
Just feel it there. I don't talk to him, I just feel it there. Maybe I do talk, but I don't open my mouth, I don't talk. It's like I think with it. It's just like it's with me, it's just always with me.
And how does it feel to you?
If it's just there and I talk to it, it feels fine. But if I bring awareness to it or talk to somebody about it, it makes it feel wrong.
So what happens that day or in that moment? Do you tell someone?
I don't see who or what I told, but just the knowing of I must have told somebody or I wouldn't be in trouble.
How do you know that you're in trouble?
Because I'm not supposed to talk about it. I'm not supposed to share it. I'm looked down upon like it's wrong. Whatever it is, it's wrong.
Where do you get the sense that it's wrong? From everybody around you? Or from this male presence?
From everybody around me.
Okay.
It's weird because the presence is comfortable. It's being in trouble, that it's wrong, that's uncomfortable.
What happens after everybody becomes aware that you talk to something that's invisible?
They just look at me different now. They're more careful what they say or how they say things. They don't talk about it.
How about this presence? Does it stay with you?
Yes, it's always there. It's just stronger sometimes than others.
Okay. Do you feel like you have cooled down a little bit?
Yeah, but now I feel a tension in my hands. I felt a really strong lump in my throat, but it's starting to go away.
As that energy guides you, become aware what it is trying to communicate. Simply ask in your mind, what is it communicating? And an awareness will come to you.
I'm getting a lot of tension in my throat. I don't want to talk about it, but I don't know what I'm getting to talk about.
In that experience, you couldn't talk about things that were real to you, that were beautiful. So you had to hold your voice back. You had to keep quiet.
Yeah.
So now you're allowed to get your voice back. You're allowed to speak your truth and talk about your reality, knowing that you can now be safe.
I know things about people I shouldn't know. I feel things about people I shouldn't feel.
So you get information about them?
Yes.
Is that what you shared with them?
Yes.
Of course, and that upset them, didn't it?
Yeah. I didn't mean to upset them. I didn't know it was wrong. I still don't think it's wrong.
That's right. It's okay. Now you can take it back. Take the ability back.
I want to.
Just feel that block in your throat, releasing, dissolving, as you claim it back.
Oh, my hands are tingling really, really strongly.
Mm-hmm. That's because the information is coming back to you as you're claiming it back. Just allow it to go up through your hands, through your arms, back into your throat, back into your heart. You will begin to form a clear path between your heart and your throat, so that what you speak comes from your heart. Let go of that belief that was planted into you, that what you had to say was bad. There's nothing that needs to be fixed. There is a clear connection now between your heart and your throat. Whatever goes through your throat is purified by your heart. It is guided by love. You can be now at peace with your body. What are you feeling now?
My hands and lower arms are still really tingly. They feel strong.
Allow that energy to continue to move through your body as you reestablish that pure connection with that presence that's always with you.
Trying to let my throat go back down. My heart is still racing.
Just allow the vibration to move through you. It's just the energy adjusting, clearing the path, working its way through the blockages that were created in your body, through those beliefs or judgments that you have accepted. As you release them, energy will open pathways, will bring you to where you need to be. Now, if you can return back, if it's appropriate, to that life of a little girl who could see things and know things, I want you to move forward in time in that life, to the next significant moment or event. As you find yourself there, tell me what you experience.
I'm confused. I don't think that was a past life. I feel like that's now.
Okay. Become aware of that male presence. Is it there?
Yes. I feel like it gives me strength. I just haven't understood it. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to talk about it.
Okay. And we are going to ask more clarification about it. But it may just be the side of you that are not in a physical form, but remains in energy form. your guide, your support system. Just settle down into it. Become more comfortable with it. There is nothing wrong with it. There is not even anything odd about it. You are simply sensing more of yourself. Allow it to integrate more with you. It is you. Because you, the real you, are more than just Amanda. So as you're reconnecting more with this part, what are you sensing?
I feel more calm, almost like balancing of energy. I feel like I'm absorbing it, like my body and my mind is willing to absorb it. My fingers are still tingling, but I feel like I'm absorbing that instead of shaking it or pushing it.
The connection lies in the center of your chest, in your heart center. The more you absorb all of you, the more your heart finds itself at peace. And the more your heart is at peace, the greater is the flow between your heart and your throat. Because when your heart is at peace, you can begin to speak the truth with the intention of peace and love. And as you bring your attention to the tingling in your hands, I wonder if you can direct it to shift from one side of the hand to another. Maybe you can even begin to shift it into different parts of your body. Your feminine side is incarnated in a physical body, but your masculine side is accompanying you in the form of energy. And so when you integrate together, you are whole, you are balanced. You can gain greater mastery over energy. So are you becoming aware of anything?
Yes. I could feel that energy move to the fingers, to the wrist, when I send it down my legs to my toes. I can feel the energy move. It feels peaceful.
How does your chest feel now?
More relaxed. Our arms and my hands feel bigger. I don't know why I just feel bigger.
The energy field is bigger than your physical body. It extends beyond it. You may be sensing your energy body, not just your physical body. As you continue to integrate, I wonder if this masculine part of you has any message for you.
I need to stand up for myself. I need to be more vocal. I do have good ideas. I make my own decisions. I stand behind them. Just do it. Just do it.
Now there are some questions that we want to ask. Either this masculine energy or another higher vibrating part of Amanda that we would call the higher self. So may I ask you some questions?
Yes.
Thank you. So there are some issues that Amanda is dealing with and wants to understand. The flashes that you gave her, don't tell perhaps the entire story, but they bring up at least a little bit of a connection between the eating disorders that she has and the sense of indecision and lack of direction in her path. Can you tie things together for us?
I don't think I'm comfortable in a female body. I'm not used to being there. It feels different.
Did Amanda's soul recently switch from lifetimes in a male body to a female body?
I just keep feeling more male energy. I hate being a woman. I don't want to be anything else but it feels different.
So does it feel more comfortable with male energy?
Yes. I don't know why I push it away.
Is she able to integrate more with it now, allowing it to come into her experience?
I think she'll recognize it now. I don't feel like anxiety anymore.
This discomfort that she feels in the female body, does that have anything to do with the eating disorder, or how did it affect her in this life?
Puberty was very difficult. I see my daughter go through it now, and I feel for her too. The body and the mind changes so fast. So strong. I have very strong male energies in my life, and I feel like mine was being pushed out, but mine got lost.
I want you to imagine going and returning to that boy in the woods, and returning to that little girl in the middle of the adult crowd, taking them and bringing them to safety. As you bring them to safety together, you may find that all along they have been looking for each other, and that they feel safe and comfortable with each other, where they are allowed to be themselves. He is allowed to talk. He is allowed to communicate. She is allowed to feel and sense and know. Create a safe space for them so that they can be, they can grow, they can become. And as they grow, she will know the path. She will know things that are important for her to know. He will be able to communicate. And I want you to see them growing up, and tell me, how are they able to function together?
They're smiling. They're holding hands and smiling.
What do you notice about them, their ability to go through life?
Less resistance from outside, just smooth. Less working against them, just they're not worried, so it's not there. Simpler, much simpler.
Do you sense their power?
Yes, but it's calm, it's comfortable, peaceful, but yet assertive. It's just there.
I wonder if they have a message to give to you, because you're all working together.
Just to love it, to let it be, to enjoy it. Embrace that energy. It's good energy. It's loving. It's very loving. Just to let it in and let it be. Stop fighting it.
I'd like to ask any high-frequency guidance available to Amanda to help us understand why she feels very indecisive in her life, why she feels that she doesn't have things that she's passionate about.
Most decisions were made for me, and so I rebelled, and I always just did what I had to do.
I'd like you to reconnect again with the boy and girl. Now they are grown, they're maybe young adults, working together in balance. As you work with them and they integrate with you, is the young woman going to help Amanda sense and feel where her joy lies, where her passion is. Find her path, her own path, not the path that somebody else lays out for her. And is the young man, the male energy, going to help her choose that and own that and speak that?
Yes, I had to let myself do that, though.
Right? And so what is the best way for Amanda to do that?
communicate. My throat tenses up, and just I know communication is everything. I just feel the need to speak.
And so the more there is a connection between the heart and the throat, the more peace, love, and clarity from the heart will be communicated through her throat. But we're going to start with the heart. Simply imagine a funnel of energy running right through the center of the chest. And as that funnel of energy begins to get bigger and stronger, both the male and female presence work together to balance and open the heart. And they give you a knowing, a sense, a feeling of peace and acceptance. You are safe with them. You can let the world see you the way you wish. But in your heart, you are safe. You can allow those two now to reign in your heart in their full joy and power. And when you feel that your heart is open, imagine that the energy from it begins to rise to your throat. And there is a beautiful connection that begins to be created between your heart and your throat. It begins to strengthen the energy in your throat. And your throat then begins to have the ability to express that balance, express that love, express that acceptance that lives in your heart. You're simply speaking your truth. And because what you speak comes from the heart, you don't have to worry about how others respond. If it resonates with them, they will come towards you. If it does not resonate with them, they will walk away. But because you are in balance and you speak from the open heart, it will not resonate with everyone.
I'm getting that strong pressure on my temples again.
See if it has to do with your vision, or if there is some energy that needs to be moved. And you can imagine releasing it from the top of your head. I'd like to ask the higher consciousness if there is any message that it wants to give you directly, to go ahead and do that.
It's like I want to speak so bad, but there's nothing there to say.
So just allow all of those images to fade away. I'd like to ask now the higher consciousness, all the beings that we have interacted with, to step back and recede to where they belong, with much love and thanks for the information that they have given us.